We feature Reverend Susan Gacibi, a light of hope and true love to children at the Ezekiel School, a home for children located in Thika, Mogoga village, and its vision is to cater for children with special needs.
Reverend Susan Gacibi is a born-again Christian. Jesus Christ is my personal savior. I am a founder member of United Believers Ministries. We founded it with my husband, Reverend John Gacibi. We minister here in Thika. We have a branch in Nairobi. We have another one in Kiganjo. We are also founders of Ezekiel Special Needs School. I am married to Reverend John Gacibi. We have 4 grown-up children. We have 6 grandchildren. And I thank God.
The school has a population of 26 children, 1 occupational therapist, 1 teacher, 2 cooks, and 2 house mothers, totaling up to 6 facilitators who are well trained to help the children in giving them the care they need.
This school was divinely instigated in my heart. It was born in my heart. I can say exactly what happened is that as I was preaching in our church, United Believers Church, I saw that we had very many children in Sunday school, and it came into my heart that probably we would start a school at the church. And as I shared with the elders of the church, they allowed us to start a nursery school in the church compound. We went for shopping. I was given a lady teacher. We would go for shopping for clothes to make brochures. But before it took over, one night, as I slept, I heard a voice. The voice was so audible because I heard the person that spoke to me spoke in English. And he said, the school that you are starting includes children with special needs. I remember I woke up, my husband, I told him there's somebody else in this bed. Someone has spoken. I told him what I heard. He just moved away and he covered himself. I woke up, I went to the sitting room. I prayed about it. I couldn't concentrate. I called about 2 ladies to ask them what it was about. And then they told me, if you have heard a voice concerning special needs children, the devil couldn't have spoken to you. It must have been God. And through consultations with a few people in the church and outside the church, Ezekiel Special Needs School was born. And we have never looked back.
The school that was originally based in Kisii Estate in Thika was founded in 2012, then later moved to Mogoga village.
Because the rent was very high, we could not maintain it. A relative bought this premises, brought this institution, and we rent from him. He's a good person. Even when we are not able to pay, he does not close it for us. So we pay that 1,000 per month when we are able to get the money. When we can't get, we talk to him and we still continue.
She did not kick off this journey alone. Grace Ngatia, a member of the executive board of the special school, told us more on how the school structure was.
My name is Mrs. Grace Ngatia. I love the Lord as my personal savior. I work together with Mom. I usually call her Mom, Reverend Susan Gacibi. And when this came up and she told me about it, we've been working very closely. So almost everything she wanted to do, especially in the ministry, she would consult me. So she told me about it, and especially even when we started the school, the ordinary school, we started on with her. We thought about how to go about it, but in the process, God intervened and gave different instructions. I remember she just called me and she told me, excuse me, I need to see you. Someone has talked and that is God, and has said we need to go a different direction. What I know about this woman of God, because she's a great woman of God, I usually say when the Lord speaks in her life, she runs. In other words, she goes for it, and she starts it like yesterday. So that's what she did. And within no time, we found ourselves running up and down. She didn't even know where to start. Children with special needs, I also had no idea. But we consulted, and by word of mouth, we began looking for these children. And then we discovered there's so many out there because of the stigma. Many parents have not exposed these children. So many of them, by word of mouth, we got their contacts from friends, and we called them, and the parents were willing to kind of offload the burden, because most of them have been looking at them as a burden because the stigma is still there. And so that's what we did. We made various telephone calls, and within no time we had children. These children have never slept hungry. When the food is just about to get finished, a group usually just pops up. There are several young people who normally come, they see what's happening, they are moved with emotions, they go talk to their parents. I'm remembering an incident where a young man came, and this young man came from a certain university, I don't remember which one, and he came with his friends, and he was so moved. And the parents were doing an anniversary for their wedding. He told the parents, Mom and Dad, I have a surprise for you, and I want to share a thought. Instead of using all that money to go to Mombasa, there is a home that is so needy and is doing such a noble task. Because the children that we got were the children who really needed special attention. They are not just disabled, but many of them could not wash themselves. Several of them are on diapers even to date, and they're big looking at them. They're even almost teenagers. And that's what this young man did. And the parents agreed, and the parents came. They didn't go for their anniversary in Mombasa. 2 couples came here. And when they came, they saw this and were so excited. I think that it really thrilled my heart. That's why I'm talking about it. And they came and they asked us, okay, we are moved, we've seen, we've been doing our anniversary, and they came with their boot full with the food for these children. Everything that you can think of, they brought. And we were so moved even ourselves. We were really grateful to God. And I remember what they said at closing. They said, we would want to know your immediate, most urgent need. And I remember our Reverend Susan Gacibi telling them, we need a washing machine, because the house mothers are really getting tired. When we told them that need, they actually told us, give us 2 months. And we gave them 2 months. And the second month, they brought that washing machine. And that's how this home has survived.
The children's hygiene and diet are well taken care of by house mothers who ensure that cleanliness is key and the love is shown to all of them.
I'm Susan Boro. Tuseme ni kitu ya kutoka kwa Mungu tu, kwa sababu ni kujitolea yenyewe, sababu kuna watu wengine hawezi kaa na watoto kama hawa. Saa zingine unapatanga mko na challenge yao, mwingine anaanguka unakuta ameshagongwa. So tunakaa tu, sababu lazima ufanye kazi ya Mungu. Tuseme kama mimi ni mwito tu nisikia, sababu nilipokuja hii kazi kaona vile iko, nilikuwa nimesikia nguvu imeisha, lakini kaambia Mungu azidi kunitia nguvu, na ndio naendelea vizuri.
Mungu apenda mtoto kama mimi.
They also have a teacher who engages them in activities that they can manage to carry out.
Mungu apenda mtoto kama wewe. Mungu apenda mtoto kama wewe. Mtoto kama wewe. Mungu akupenda. Mungu apenda mtoto kama wewe.
My name is Angelina, a teacher by profession. What I know, these children are angels. They are children like any other children. They have their rights. So I felt that I should be with these children to make them realize and accept their conditions the way they are. My life has changed in a positive way because of these kids, because as much as we interact with them, they make me to know there is another world apart from the one I am living today. I can say I am normal in quotes, but everyone has his or her weaker points. These children, as you see them, most of them are being hidden by the parent. So when they bring a child here, the child, this maybe it will be the first time to see the other world because the child has been hidden back at home. That is challenge number one. Another one, these children, as much as you teach them, some of them they do not talk, so you cannot be able to understand whether they have gotten the concept.
Reverend Susan Gacibi narrates her experiences and journey since the school started.
It has been quite interesting because as a Christian, I have learned to totally rely on God. And truly God has been surprising us because running this institution requires a lot of resources. We don't have permanent partners. We have no money from abroad, from anywhere, whereby people say they have sponsors. But we have been having local people, especially young people from colleges, from the universities. The Red Cross of Thika has been very supportive where food is concerned, blankets, also viatu, like there were shoes which were called, Tom shoes. We got them from the Red Cross. They really assisted the children. Also, we have a group of people from Kiambu County. They call themselves Mashuja. Mashuja, they come on 20th October. Every time they come with a lot of food for these children, diapers, and at this point I would really want to thank those people. They have been very supportive to the institution. Also churches. There are some churches that have given themselves to coming to this place. They can buy some rice, vegetables occasionally. But I want to tell you, every time these children have had a problem with the food, someone has called, either from Nairobi, because there's also another lady, Fred, from Elohim Church, a lady, she is a bishop. She has also come to this institution about 4 times, and she comes with the foods. I have learned to depend on God, and when God starts something, He will bring it to completion and He will never let you down. Therefore, it has built my faith and my dependence on God.
She is inspired by the children, how they come in need of immense help, but with progress they end up improving, some even walking with little or no support.
I have also been motivated by the children that came here crawling with their buttocks, and now they can walk. We have a child by the name Enja Kamande. Enja Kamande could not walk. The boy is walking. He can even take brisk steps, and that one kept my heart, and I said, even if this institution was started because of Kamande, I think that is enough. Then there's also this lady from Kisumu, another girl from Kisumu, Akinyi. Akinyi has also been crawling, but now she is using a walking aid, and she's walking around. When I see God is transforming the lives of these children, it keeps me going on and knowing that the dry bones of Ezekiel, which were told that they would be put, air, or breathe on the bones, and the bones would be alive again. I'm telling you, we have seen it happen here. Yeah, God has been strengthening these children, and there is nothing that can discourage me from supporting these children and going to the last mile to see that they have a lovely home to stay in, good food, balanced diet. Some of them can brush their teeth. They could not be able to hold a brush. Others could not even be able to hold a cup. Now they feed themselves, even with a spoon. I'm telling you, Steve, that makes me go on and never give up, because I know God is supporting this work. Yes.
Akinyi's progress is taken and monitored by a well-professionally trained occupational therapist, Dr. Janet.
This is Tyler Akinyi. She's a very nice girl. Isn't Akinyi? She's always happy and loving what she's doing. We are just with her for months here and she's really improving. Like 3 months or so. She could not stand when she came. She was just there. But there is a lot of hope with her. I could always support her with all my force and for the full support she needed. But right now, even if I give her my finger, at least that insecurity.
The therapist took us through how her daily therapy sessions are like, starting with Edgar Kamande, a young boy who was brought to the institution 4 years ago, crawling with his back, but can now make steps.
Good. Then, good one. Come this side. Okay. Go. Good. 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 Good boy. Yeah.
Edgar can also do amazing things like making a puzzle.
First, I'm very thankful. You're so much welcome. I am Janet and an occupational therapist in this institution. Majorly as a therapist in this institution, having it that it is a disabled institution, I major in the lives of these children may not be to a normal level like a human being like me is living. So my aim in this institution is to bring their lives to near normal or to normal for those who can, to habilitate and others to rehabilitate to normal functioning, or near normal.
The children at the Ezekiel school are majorly diagnosed with cerebral palsy, mental retardation, and a few cases of autism.
Like we have these children, some of them are born with, others they get this condition in the process of maybe during birth, others is genetical and all that. You may not actually give a generalized, because when it comes to this, everything, it should be individualized. But I always advise that at first every kid, whether born normal or CS, whether the kid is normal or not normal, make sure that that kid is treated rightfully. Feed the kid right, give balanced diet, make sure that the kid gets the sunlight, make sure that in case you got a kid who is not normal, or like in a case of, let me narrow down to a case of cerebral palsy, whereby you notice that kid by 3 months, by the way. You see that kid cannot hold the head. Obviously, some of these mamas have got insight and they know that this kid is not holding the head, cannot control the head, then this kid, there is a problem. And immediately when they consult or they go and ask, they are always told that ABCD, and they are guided. So what I would say, make sure that when it comes to that, you feed your kid very well. And always, you know, some mamas and some parents, especially in the interior areas, there is always this playing game when you got these kids. This one, it is from your family. This one is your genetic. Your grandpapa did not marry, and such things. But what I can tell the community, this is the high time you embrace these kids. They are kids, and they deserve everything that any other kid deserves. Let's love them. Don't hide them in case you're mother, and in case you are guardian of such. Don't throw away such kid. We as a community in this institution, we love them. That is why we have kept them here. My experience, first and foremost, it is wonderful. I feel good and I feel humbled for God to give me such an opportunity to be with such children. At times I may feel frustrated, or anyone may feel frustrated. Like I'm eager to see this kid is progressing. I need to see this kid walking. I need to see this kid sitting well upright. And it really needs patience, like you have seen. You need to be very much patient. At times you go weary, but you need to give yourself some courage. But deep within you, it's really wonderful. I feel good, yeah.
Her joy is to see the children progressing and walking.
I see where the child has come from, and then I have hope for their future. I'm always positive for them. Actually, I love them. I love staying with them. And then having it that I have the knowledge, that is something else that keeps me going. Because even in here, we have cases that you see, this one I'm maintaining. Maybe it won't improve, but at least I'll maintain. I would be saddened by a situation whereby the kid regresses. So that desire to make sure that the kid is not lagging behind or is not regressing from what has been achieved today, that is what makes me going. That is what makes me come to this place daily, at least to see them not retarding, but improving.
According to Reverend Susan Gacibi, the government is ready to give support to institutions like this.
We have institution like people with the disability, the Association for People with the Disability, whereby they can go and they get the card. They register those children as special children. They are given a card for identification. After that, they can fill forms with the government, whereby if they make a follow-up through the gender office, through the chief, also through the medical government institutions, it's only that they give up. Even here, many of them have refused to make a follow-up, even to get the cards for the children. So we do it for the children ourselves. When you do that, that child is known by the government. And as they grow up, there is help that they can be given. They can be given sewing machines. They can be given maybe saloon kits. They can be given welding kits. Then government is given to assisting these children, as far as I have known. Because I've been in these meetings, I have witnessed the government assisting the children. I remember last year, 3 children whose parents made a follow-up. They were given some donations of about 100,000, the 3 of them. And that money came to the school here, and we were able to buy food and to do everything that we needed at that particular time. I want to encourage parents to get the children out. There's also money that is given through the institution of like level 5 here. So parents should not hide their children. They should come out and register them with the government and declare them that, because the government is very interested with these children. They are even lawyers for these children.
There is an aspect. We have even kids who are born being drunk because of beer. So for sure, drugs, they affect. That is where you get a kid, the brain is already affected and cannot function normally. But the causes are categorized or classified into 3. It can happen before, that is pre, and then during, or post or after, that is post or after birth. Before birth, during birth, and after birth.
Yeah, there are opportunities in this place where a person can come and do a project to assist the children or even to sponsor a child. So I am requesting, if you are touched, visit us. Even if you don't bring us anything, just to come and help us to feed them during lunch break. There has been some saloons, places whereby some girls have been coming even to make their hair, others even to shave the boys, and that has been wonderful. So there are opportunities of serving the children here, or even making them walk around, holding them, talking to them. They really appreciate. You are welcome. All of you people that are watching us, we love you. You are welcome to Ezekiel Special Needs School. We are in Gatuanyaga. You come on you away from Thika towards Matu, just within the municipality of Thika, on your right at Gatuanyaga Primary School. You just enter on the Maram Road as if you are going to Monyo. It's less than a kilometer. You will see Ezekiel Special Needs School. You are welcome, and God bless you so much. And for those that have stood with us, we don't know what we can say. May God richly reward you. Amen.
It has been a step-by-step journey for Reverend Susan Gacibi and her team, and their patience and determination has managed to raise hope in these young children and the surrounding community just by using the available to do what would seem impossible. It calls upon us as a society to support people that have chosen to sacrifice their luxuries for people that cannot have it. For Hearts of Gold, my name is Steve Mboro.